everybody, Joe here from wellnesspunks.com. This is like the 6th time I tried to record this. I keep, I don't know, screwing up at the beginning. But back with another Q&A Friday video. Although it's anyone's guess whether this will actually be posted on Friday. Usually it's like Saturday or Sunday or never. But I'm recording this one. It's a Friday, so I'm going with Q&A Friday. I've got a really great question that came in from Facebook about gluten-related cross-reactive foods. I'm going to get to that in a sec. But first, if you follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/wellnesspunks, you know that I've been posting a ton of quotes from a ton of different books. That's because I recently got my hands on a bundle of like 70-something ebooks, and it's been awesome. I've been reading through these and getting a lot out of it. They're mostly health-related books, but not all. There's some personal development, there's some books on minimalism, which I really kind of dig, but it's just been a really, really cool bundle. Cookbooks, recipe books, gluten-free, paleo, primal, real food, and all that good stuff. So people were asking if they can get their hands on this bundle, and yes, you will be able to. If you follow me again on Facebook, you'll know about it. I think Monday, starting Monday morning, the thing goes on sale, and it's like ridiculous. It's going to be dirt cheap for like $1,000 worth of ebooks. I'm not exaggerating. It's literally over $1,000 worth of ebooks. So if you get on my email list, if you just go to wellnesspunks.com, click on the button that says the 3 big gluten-free mistakes, you'll get 3 free gluten-free videos there. Plus, you'll be on one of the first people to find out when this bundle becomes available sometime Monday. So, okay, on to the question. This question comes from Jerry, and Jerry says, just found your Facebook page and love all the great info here. Thanks very much. Here's my question. I've been gluten-free for a little more than 2 months after being diagnosed with gluten sensitivity. I've seen some improvements in digestion and even lost some weight. But I still have some digestive issues, headaches, hair loss, and skin issues that I was hoping would be cleared up with my gluten-free diet. I've also been diagnosed with hypothyroid. I'm super careful to read labels and only buy items that say gluten-free, along with items that I know are gluten-free, like fish, meat, and veggies. Am I just not giving this enough time? What am I missing? Okay. The shorter answer is, yeah, it's possible that you're just not giving it enough time. The fact that you saw some improvements is, definitely an indication that you're headed in the right direction, so definitely keep it up. But it's, sometimes different parts of the body take different times to heal and different people, so be patient and definitely give it some time. The longer answer is that you could be reacting to some other foods known as cross-reactive foods. And so I'm going to talk about the 5 most common cross-reactive foods and tell you exactly how it is that they can really sort of mimic gluten in the body. So you have grains and legumes, which is legumes, beans, lentils, that type of thing. Grains include, so-called ancient grains, so-called safe gluten-free grains like amaranth and teff and millet. Dairy, obviously milk, cream, cheese, eggs, chocolate, and coffee. Those last 2 are particularly heartbreaking for some people. Okay, so let me lay some groundwork here. First, what I would recommend that you do is you can watch this video first or go back and watch my other video, which is called Autoimmunity and Gluten, explained in 20 minutes. It's on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down here for it. Go back and watch that because some of this stuff I'm going to talk about, I explain in much more detail in that video. But just let's lay some groundwork and talk about amino acids and protein. So what is a protein? A protein is a string of amino acids. That's basically all you need to know for this video, is that a protein is a string of amino acids. As far as the human body is concerned, we're only talking about 20 amino acids, and that's what goes into making up protein. So that could be, let's say you've eaten some gluten, and there's this huge long protein that you've ingested, and it's shown as this huge long sequence of amino acids. Now you're going to partially digest this protein because your body can't completely digest it. And again, go back and watch that other gluten autoimmune video. I explain it in more detail there. But you're going to partially digest this. So you're going to maybe put a break here and a break here. And a portion of this amino acids, a portion of this protein is going to cause intestinal permeability. Okay? So a portion of this protein, let's say this sequence that breaks off between 31 and 43, all right? I don't know how many amino acids are here. I didn't count the top. Let's say it's like 50 or 60. And so a portion of this gets broken off, partially digested, and this is between 31 and 43, and that particular sequence is going to cause intestinal permeability because you can't digest it. Now what's supposed to get through this mucosal barrier is nutrients. So in the case of protein, 1 or 2, maybe 3 blocks of amino acids. But what's going to happen is because you develop this intestinal permeability, this entire string here is going to get through into the bloodstream. And so let's just say like there's intestinal permeability. So these are the cells that line your small intestine. They're bound by these tight junctions, by these sort of glue-like proteins in between each cell. But what happens is because this protein is partially digested, this particular sequence here is going to cause intestinal permeability, which means you're going to open up the doorway between the inside of your intestine and the inside and your bloodstream. And what that's going to do is you're going to end up with this, sequence of proteins, this sequence of amino acids that end up in the bloodstream, and that sequence doesn't belong there. So your immune system is going to react to that. It's going to react to it as a foreign invader because it is. This long string of amino acids does not belong in your bloodstream. So your immune system is going to react to it. Now, remember, there are 20 amino acids, and we've got any number of different sequences and proteins that those 20 amino acids have to make up. So invariably, you're going to get some repetition in different sequences. In other words, let's say this is a gliadin protein that's in the bloodstream. Your body wants to attack that gliadin protein because it doesn't belong there. Now, let's say you eat something like millet, which is supposed to be a safe, gluten-free grain, and of course it is gluten-free, but it's got, let's say this is a string of, 12, 33, whatever the case may be, that gets in to the bloodstream. That same sequence of amino acids may show up in millet, it may show up in dairy, it may show up in eggs, chocolate, or coffee. Either the same sequence or a very, very similar sequence. So once that food gets into the bloodstream, your immune system is going to say, hey, wait a minute, I recognize that sequence of amino acids. It just knows it as this foreign invader. It says, hey, wait a minute, that doesn't belong here. I'm going to attack that too. And so you could be eating other foods that are gluten-free but have the same sequence of amino acids as gluten or gliadin, and your body's going to react as if you ate a slice of whole wheat bread. Now, just to be very clear, I'm not saying that every single person who has celiac disease or gluten sensitivity is going to react to all these foods. Everyone's immune system is tuned a little bit differently. So some people are going to react to it and some people aren't. Also, some people are going to have, more intestinal permeability than others, and that's going to affect this as well. So that would be, my suggestion is not only just eliminate gluten, eliminate some of these other foods, test it out, and then take steps, which could be, plenty of bone broth helps to heal this gut, probiotics, probiotic fermented foods, that type of thing. And I talk about this again if you sign up for that free 3-part video series. I talk about this in more detail. But I want to try and keep this video somewhat short. So that's what I would do. Eliminate those foods, make sure you take steps to heal the gut, so no other proteins. By the way, not just proteins, but you could be getting some bacteria or other things into the gut as well. Oh, let me talk about some other things that can cause intestinal permeability, so you can be aware of that too. Alcohol consumption can cause it. Certain pharmaceuticals can cause intestinal permeability. Taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen, that type of thing would cause it. Other foods could cause it. Stress could cause it. So there's a lot of things to be aware of. Healing this healing the gut, the intestinal permeability is going to stop other proteins and other antigens from getting into the bloodstream. So it's as important really to heal that gut lining as it is to eliminate the foods that may be causing some of those problems. Because the foods may not be the problem. You know, coffee and chocolate and eggs really may not be the problem. The problem is that you've still got some intestinal permeability that you've got to take care of. So I hope that that helps. I hope that all of that made sense. Again, go back and watch the other video. It may help some of this make a little bit more sense too. Again, I tried to keep it somewhat short. Hopefully that helped. Keep sending me your questions. You can connect with me on Facebook, facebook.com/wellnesspunks, and that's probably the best way to get to me and ask me questions for future videos. Okay, that's it. Thanks guys. I'll talk to you soon.